This little camera entered my life 3 weeks ago. It's Insta360's One X, and it's good. You know what, actually, it's great. And I know what you're thinking. Becca, 360's dead. But hold on, take a look at these clips. The One X uses dual 200-degree angle f2 lenses to create really unique 5.7K spherical video or 18 megapixel photos. So I set out to test it. And there was literally no better timing for me to do so. I was gonna be leaving this crowded, hot, low-key gross city for a beautiful vacation upstate. I mean, I'm talking flowing waters, I'm talking hiking, I'm talking sunsets on the water. And a week later, I came back with a whopping 2 clips off the One X. And it's not because it's hard to use or it didn't work. It's actually very easy to use and it works very well. But this has happened to me before, and I gotta show you something. Come on. This one. Nice and easy. And watch your head. And then this last step is kind of broken. All right, got camping stuff. There's like blankets for when people come to visit, all the winter clothes. And here we are. Okay, here we go, back up. What is in here? This is my tech bin. And it's filled with all the things I thought were the latest, greatest, best in tech, and I needed to have them. And then I used them for a few months and never touched them again, which is why they landed in this bucket in my basement. I'm talking about Thetas, I'm talking about a Hero 3. It's all the things I needed to have, and then didn't really find them in my daily life. Which brings me back to the One X and those 2 shots that I took on vacation. Let's first break down the good stuff. The first clip was from the drive up there, and something I noticed right off the bat is that no matter which way the camera was oriented, the image was always oriented upright, which is really helpful when you're just like blasting the camera out of a window. It's also really helpful that I can put the camera out in front of the car without having to like mount it to the car. I can just hold it out there and bring it back in the car when I'm done. Therefore, I don't have to stop, take off a suction mount, or put a drone up in the air. The second shot I got was from the boat we had to take to get back to our car to go home. For this, I extended the selfie stick as far as I could and then just held it off the side of the boat. And you got this amazing shot of the whole side of the boat. Also, the stabilization really impressed me. I mean, this was one of the bumpiest boat rides I've ever taken, and you would never know if you looked at the footage. Now, Insta360's whole goal with the One X is not necessarily to shoot 360 video for VR, which it can do if you want. It's more to get 360 degrees of angles. So take this clip on the boat. I could reframe here, or here, or here, or just a shot of the boat over here. I mean, you get the point. The possibilities are endless. And everything is super stable because of the internal stabilization Insta360 calls flow state. And I mean, even the audio is passable.
Let's ride! Oh, I hate puddles.
In regards to those 2 clips from my vacation, do you notice what's missing? Maybe my entire vacation? You see, One X, it's not you, it's me. And the fact that you're created for a very specific use case and a niche audience, and you lose your novelty rapidly. Camera manufacturers are getting really good at making products quick and easy to set up. And with the One X, that's no different. But now, it's not just point, shoot, share like a phone. There are multiple steps and multiple pieces of equipment. I mean, even after you do quickly shoot something, you're gonna have to upload it to your phone, edit it, and then upload it to whatever platform you're sharing it on. They take time, especially when there are 360 degrees of possible angles. But if you're committed to getting really, really unique, cool footage, the One X's mobile app is full of features. And there is certainly a learning curve, but for a mobile app to be able to set keyframes, aspect ratios, and export in decent quality with little lag is certainly impressive. In 2016, I bought the Theta S for $300. It's very similar to the One X, but obviously much more dated. And from August 2016 to February 2017, I posted 11 photos to Facebook from my Theta. And I did absolutely nothing else with any of the footage. The posts were super well received, and they're really cool to look at to this day. But the point is, I stopped using this thing in 2017, and since then, it's sat in my camera graveyard. I know, comparing a product that came out in 2015 to the latest and greatest in consumer 360 tech is a stretch, but hear me out. The novelty will wear off. The first shot you get on the One X is gonna blow people's minds, including your own. But by the 5th time you do it, not so much. Now, Insta360 has fixed a lot of problems that early gen models of 360 cameras had. But I think it's beyond that. I think it's that 360 was a niche market, and currently it still is. So back to my vacation. I didn't use the One X because I didn't feel like taking time out of my already tech-involved life to use more tech. And honestly, I do a whole lot of this and not a lot of this in my actual life. I have seen some amazing uses of this tech, most notably in helicopters or for action sports, but as an average consumer that won't be so bold in her daily life, the money isn't worth that little use it will get. There is a group of people watching this video that this camera is gonna be perfect for. And for $400, I can't recommend it to you enough. So you see, One X, it's not you. It's just that as a consumer, you have to know exactly what you're gonna use this camera for. Otherwise, it's gonna sit in your basement, in a box, under a bike, behind a whole set of latches.
All right, now reset. Work together.
I'm sweating. This is my old tech van.
All right, come on.
It's actually getting heavy.